Welcome to the Brick-and-Mortar Visibility Podcast. My name is Melissa Rose. I am your guide in helping you be the only option in town in your industry for your local brick-and-mortar. I am pleased to be here. I am excited to be here because today we're going to talk about those referrals that we may not be using to the maximum or optimizing the best we can. So we're going to dive in a little bit deeper today. But before we do that, I always like to, first of all, let you know about the weather here in Wisconsin. I am from Hudson, Wisconsin, and we have snow on the ground. And let's just say we're all a little cranky about it. Because we are itching to be outside. We had a 70-degree weather day last week, and my son is like, how is it possible that we can go from like 80, he's a bit of a glass half full guy, 80 degrees down to snow on the ground in 2 days? And I'm like, well, this is Wisconsin in late March, and here it is. It'll hopefully be melted by the end of the day, but there's snow in the forecast, so we shall see. So that's your weather update. But then I also like to remind you to grab a Google update. What does that mean? If you don't know, please go grab my Google Business Profile Workshop. This is a 30-minute workshop, so it's super short, and you can speed me up so it's even shorter. Here's the deal, though. It's 30 minutes of really good stuff, and you got to do the work, and that's going to take you about 90 minutes if you haven't done it. If you haven't optimized your Google Business Profile, please take the time to do it, because once you do it, it's basically done, except for these weekly updates that I like you to add in. So grab that workshop. If you know what I'm talking about, remember to go make that part of your weekly rhythm to update with a post on your Google Business Profile. All right, everybody. Today we're going to talk about the power of that referral. Low-hanging fruit. I love that phrase because it truly is. We have a client base, whether you have 5 clients or 500 or 5,000. We have a group of people that know, like, and trust us. And we need to lean into them. People like to be asked. They like to help. They like to serve. That's natural. That's natural, especially. And for those of you that are newer in business, please leverage them because they want to help you. They want to see you succeed. As you get further along in business, I feel that it is a little bit, people want you to succeed, and then they're thinking you're doing okay. But we always are growing. We need to grow, right? So take advantage of those early years, but as we are going further in our business, we still need to leverage that low-hanging fruit, and the word-of-mouth referral is gold. Many of us don't have a system to leverage those referrals, so we're going to talk about that. We don't want hope as a strategy. We want to ask, we want to encourage, we want to reward good behavior, just like we would our puppy or our kiddos. We encourage the behavior we want to see. Oh my goodness, I love how you cleaned your room today before school. Thank you so much for tidying up, or thank you so much for taking the laundry out and folding it and putting it away. We're encouraging the behavior we want. Yes, we may get some eye rolls, but we keep encouraging the behavior we want. Now, as we hear of those referrals, people are walking in our doors and telling us they heard about our business from so-and-so. We need to take it to the next step and make sure they're getting on Google, because Google are public. Google reviews are public. Referrals are private. All right. And when we have Google reviews, we rank higher, and therefore we get more leads coming in our doors. Did you know, this is a local stat, businesses with 10 or more recent Google reviews rank higher than those without? It's obvious in how we shop. We look at this whenever we go shopping, and I hate to bring up Amazon, but it's true. We always look at those reviews. So your business is the same way. When you have really high reviews and they're all 5-star, it speaks volumes. So how can we get those referrals to your local SEO? So this is where we're going to dive in a little bit deeper. So my business is service-based. So if you have a gym or a studio or a salon or a law office, you're a service business, all right? And we have a program in my business. So I'm going to speak from my business. I know it the best, and take it and leave it, or take it and tweak it for your business. So as a service business, I have a referral program that's very public. We talk about it on social. We have it in our welcome emails. We have it in our signature. We have it on our blogs. It is all over the place. And we offer this. if you refer us somebody, if you talk about us, and then Susie Q walks in the door and I meet with Susie Q and I say, hey, who told you about us? And she mentions your name. I said, oh my gosh, thank you so much, Sarah, for referring us. And I tell Susie that, okay? I say, oh my gosh, I love Sarah. Thank you so much, Sarah, for referring us. And then I don't really say much more. But I make a note on Susie Q's account that Sarah referred her. And then I put it in my calendar or in the calendar for the studio that I need to follow up with Susie Q on how her first 30 days has gone. This is my way of making sure our systems are clear, that our new people aren't lost in the shuffle, because let's be real, the people that have been around our business for years, they know how things are done. So they don't really ask questions anymore because, oh, it's been done this way and this is how it's done and this is where you go and this is how early you need to come to class and all those things. But Susie Q doesn't know that. So Susie Q is fresh and she hasn't had dance in her life. She didn't even dance growing up. So she has no clue. And those are perfect because they need to make sure, we need to make sure we're taking care of them and that we're making things as easy to digest. We're not giving them the water hose of information like on the first day. We're trickling the information so that way she feels comfortable and easy to get around and navigate our studio, okay? So I check in personally, okay? Me, the owner, I do this because it speaks volumes when the owner reaches out. So I'll call them and most likely nobody picks up the phone. And then I also text them. I say, hey, Susie Q, it's been 30 days since you've joined the dancing house. I hope your experience has been well. But if there's anything that left you confused or maybe we could have done a little better, I would love to hear it because we're always trying to improve. And then Susie Q will answer. And I love it. They answer and they say what they've been thinking. And then based on that, I fix the problem or I say, thank you so much. I appreciate your kind words. If you feel comfortable, I would love for you to leave a Google review because we love serving families like you. And I give them the reasons. I mirror back what she said. All right. And I give her the link to the Google review and I say, you can copy paste what you said right here. 9 times out of 10, they do it. Okay. But please note, those are a few steps there, okay? So first of all, I have to keep track when Susie Q walked in the door. I have to put it in the calendar. I have to then pick up the phone and text her, and then I have to leave the link, and then she has to do it, and then we have gold. But that doesn't just happen. That's a system, and that needs to be in place and a process, all right? So where we're at right now in our business is we get a lot of people say, oh, I heard you all over town. Everybody talks about you. So that's what we get is that we don't get the name per se as much. So when we get the name, that is our process. So I make a note in her account on day 1 that Sarah referred her. Okay, that's a note in her account. And then when I follow up with Susie Q 30 days later, I put the $25 credit on her account. So both people get $25. So I say, thank you so much for your kind words. You have received a $25 credit on your account. And then I also say about the Google review. So I missed that little point there, but I add that in there. So there's kind of a little incentive, but not, she gets the credit regardless. Okay. It's not if she leaves a Google review. She gets a $25 credit on her account for future lessons. And if you'd be so kind, please leave a Google review. Here's the link and you can copy paste. Then I go to Sarah and put a $25 credit on her account. And then I also text Sarah and I say, thank you so much for your kind words about the dancing house. Susie Q just finished her first 30 days here and she's been a wonderful family, blah, 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 blah. Thank you so much for referring us out into the community. So that does a number of things there as well. First of all, seen and valued, which is so huge, right? Okay, calling out Sarah by name. I'm doing it because I'm the owner. It makes it's more credible from the owner, okay? And you may be past the point, whatever, your lead manager, whoever it is. And then it's rewarding her for the good behavior, all right? So now she's going to be more apt to send more people here. Now, let's say she's not a client anymore. Maybe her kid's outgrown or maybe season of life, she's not a, active client. I can gift her something else, okay? Maybe it's a gift card to a local shop here in town because I like to support local because I'm all about small business. All right, so those are the ways I do it. That's the way I do it in my studio to get not only loyal clients, but also that referral, okay, a referral of a really great client, and then transitioning it over to that Google review. This is how we, as small business owners, can be better than Amazon. All right? We have to adapt to the times. We have to be more techy. We have to, market a little differently, okay, than old school, and this is really old school. I mean, nobody does it in newspapers anymore, but we have to be current with how we market. But then we can add these elements of humanization that Amazon just can't do. And the reason I'm bringing this little side trail here or rabbit trail is because this was just talked about this weekend with another business owner. And I said, I always say we need to be better than Amazon. But how can we? They can drop it on our door the next day. Yes and no. All right? We can do things better. And we have to be super intentional. Does this take work? Yes, you guys, it does. But this is the extra. This is what makes people go, you know what? I'm not going to order on Amazon. I'm going to do this. And you could argue, Melissa, you're just talking about service-based. I can't order dance classes on Amazon. You are right, but I'm going to talk about my products, people, right now. You guys, retail, that is a hard business. And I've been, one of my students actually said, you shouldn't say hard because then we have it in our mind that the step is going to be hard. I go, oh, you're so right. I know better. I should know better. But retail is, that's a whole other can of worms, right? You have all these products here and you have more foot traffic per se, people just walking in going, oh, I really like that. I need that spatula. Or, they need a gift. They're coming in for a reason that way. So how can you take this referral and bring it over into SEO as I did with the service base? All right. So you have Susie Q. Now she's coming into your shop. And you haven't seen her before. You're the main person, and you haven't seen her come in on the store. And you start small talking. She's pretty friendly, and then she picks up a spatula and some spices, and she checks out. And you're just saying, "Hey, what made you stop in today?" "Oh, a friend told me about you guys, and I've always been meaning to get here." And blah blah blah. And then you say, "Well, oh, who's the friend? Is she local?" And "Oh yeah, that's Sarah." And you say, "Oh my gosh, yeah, I love Sarah. She's just a wonderful customer, and she comes in here all the time to buy gifts as well." All right, there you go. So now you know who that referral is. And Susie Q happened to buy like $150 worth of product, okay? So that might be your trigger warning, okay? Or your red flag to say, Mayday, Mayday, we have a potential really good customer here, okay? So maybe they buy a certain threshold of product, and that's when you try to gather who they are, where they're from, who brought them there. So that way you can start giving them the layout for a referral program or partner, okay? So maybe you find out it's Sarah and you say, oh my gosh, that is so awesome. You know what? Because Sarah referred you, I'm going to give you 10% off today. Oh, wow. Thank you. So now you gave Susie Q 10% off. But did you collect anything in return? Did you ask Susie Q to be on your mailing list so that she can be the first to know about items? And maybe it's Maybe it's a coupon newsletter that you send out, and every month is a different level of coupon, or maybe it's a featured, whatever it is. Are you getting them there? Collect something so that she isn't just lost to the masses, all right? And then you can solicit that Google review later. I personally do not like to be asked for a Google review right away. So I don't encourage that. If that feels good to you, you can go ahead and do that, but I personally don't like it. And there's softwares out there that you can submit that Google review right on the spot, especially if they're paying with a card like Square, and the email the receipt to them. Well, now you already have their email, so they could easily go into Google as well. Whatever it is, I personally like to wait. So that's why I really encourage you to get them on a newsletter that you then send out monthly, so that they can be updated on things, and that's where you can ask for that Google review. However, I want to come back to Sarah that referred Miss Susie Q to your boutique, and this is where you send a handwritten card or a text to Sarah saying, thank you so much. I really appreciate you referring. We just had Susie Q stop in, and she just seemed to really enjoy the products or whatever. But handwritten card or a text, and maybe at that time you ask Sarah for that Google review so that it's right there in the spot. Thank you so much for referring her. Would you mind leaving a Google review as well? You are such a great client, and you always support us so well. I feel like more people need to hear about this. And then lay it right there for her with a link and maybe the words that you would like her to say. Guide her in how you would like Sarah to leave that Google review. This is a way to leverage that referral program consistently, intentionally, and up-leveling it to help your SEO. Okay? So with all of this, this is not just like, oh yeah, by the way. No, this is intentional. With our service-based business, we have them come in the door. There's a process of how we do it. In my business, it's a 30-day process of nurturing that client, taking care of them, and then asking. With your boutique or with your product-based client, maybe it's the client that isn't getting the Google review, it's the referral of that client. And it takes a little bit more digging, but it's intentional. So is it intentional on every purchase, or is it intentional on a threshold of, okay, if they buy this certain amount, or is it just based on the vibe of the person? You know, they seem like they're really loving the products, but just because they spend $20 doesn't mean that they're not going to rave about it. So you have to really think about that as a business owner and as a team of who's doing this. You're going to have team members that it's going to be a little bit easier to solicit those reviews or those referrals than other team members. So this is not a hope strategy. This is you got to be intentional. I hope you hear that, because that is where the magic happens. There's a lot of businesses out there that are really great, but they don't leverage their referrals and then their Google reviews to get more people to know about them. And you guys, we need clients coming in your doors, right? We all would love more clients in our doors. No matter what stage of business you're at, you always want more. And in order to do that, we have to take advantage of this low-hanging fruit that might seem a little bit clunky. It's not just quick and easy. You know, sure, you can go ask a friend at the networking meeting to leave you a review real quick, and vice versa, I'll do it too. But to get real good, juicy reviews from clients who did your service or bought your product, it takes time and effort, and it needs to be a system. So at the top of the episode, I asked you to update your Google Business Profile. Your bonus work, your extra credit work, is you have some people right now who are referral partners in your business. And I'm thinking clients, past clients, and or maybe referral partners. Could you go and reach out to them and ask them for a Google review? Getting 1 or 2 Google reviews this week is huge. That's great. That's awesome. Okay? And they live there forever and ever. And you can use them in all sorts of marketing. So if somebody came to mind, that is your cue to go reach out to them and ask them for a Google review. All right. Now, the third part of this is maybe you are a higher ticket item. And when I say higher ticket, I mean maybe you are an HVAC business or air conditioning, I'm thinking of my construction people, my realtors, my people that, you know what, I need the referral. But it's because I have to put a deck on my house and I need a couple people. I need bids. Basically, I need bids. Who's going to be the most economical for me? Who's going to do it right? Blah, blah, blah. So these are your referral partners in business. And our referral partners, they're more B2B. So yes, asking another business to review you is a little bit easier, especially if you're referral partners like this. But I want you to be intentional and really think about who is referring you a lot of business and are they the right clients, okay? It's one thing to have somebody refer you, but are they really great clients, okay? So as a business owner, we pay attention to that. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. That's the game. We get it. But I want you to be intentional about taking a portion of your marketing dollars and or retained earnings, wherever you stash it, wherever you stash your cash, and be a generous business owner. Say thank you. Of course, say thank you with a handwritten note when somebody sends you something. If it's in your processes to have a gift right then and there, awesome. But maybe it is a year-end gift, okay, or a mid-year gift that you send them based on the amount of referrals that you did get from that referral partner. That is good business practice. It's generous. It's hands open so that you can then receive. And I do this with any dollar amount. I mean, I might get $100 one-off call, but it was a referral. I always send something, just a little something to say thank you for the referral, because it reminds them that your business is based on word of mouth, referrals, and Google reviews. All right. It reminds them to do the action of referring you. And that is so important. And I learned that from Jill McNamee. She was here on the podcast a while back. I should include her episode here, but she talked about being referable in your business. And she had some really great nuggets. And one of them was that she doesn't care even if she got business. She wants the action of being referred to be recognized. So even if she's just referred and she didn't get the business, that person gets a thank you. And I've practiced that in my business too. So just be hands open, saying thank you, so then your hands are welcome to receive. I hope today's episode was helpful. I really love my brick and mortar business owners, my small business owners, my local business owners, because we are being brave, we're being bold, we're taking action, we are stepping out of our comfort zone. I just had somebody this past weekend go, business ownership must be really difficult. And I'm like, it can be, but so can being a teacher, so can be working for the government, or what other job that you go to, working at the gas station. It can all be difficult. It's your frame of mind and what you can handle. Everybody has a hard, but I love my brick and mortar business owners because we are truly stepping out and we're putting something out there for people to buy, purchase, get, and we want to serve, we want to help. And I want to serve and help here. I have done my business for 16 years, and every week, month, year that I'm in business, we just continue to grow and gain more confidence and have more tools in our tool belt. And these are the things that have worked for me, that I've shared with other people that have worked for them. And I do hope they work for you. So if you got any value out of today, please share it with another business owner or bestie that you have. And if you haven't left a honest rating and review on Apple iTunes, I would so appreciate that. That helps brick and mortar visibility get out to even more people like you so that their business can be the only option in town. Thank you so much for listening and choosing to listen. And we will see you here same time, same place next week. Peace. As I get older, I have learned that taking care of myself is non-negotiable. As life gets busier and energy more precious, I found something that's been an absolute game changer, especially in my energy and focus. Meet Make Wellness, the next level nutraceuticals that are revolutionizing how I care for my mind, body, and spirit. These clean, science-backed supplements are crafted to help you feel amazing from the inside out. With powerful bioactive ingredients and a no BS commitment to transparency, Make Wellness is here to fuel your focus, boost your energy, and keep you thriving every single day. Ready to feel unstoppable? Go to the link here in my bio or head to msmelissarose.com/tools to see this product and my other top products that I use every single day.